Hey guys, how we doing? How we doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. So this is our Forex update for TD Sequential. So straight over to those charts. Right, here we go. So here it is. Here's my favourite short, Euro US dollar. Obviously, I'm not short this at the moment. I'm looking for a break down of this pennant. And I did say that I was maybe expecting a move back up based on my expectation that the dollar index could have a bit of a move down, which it is doing. So that is partly what's driving this up. So you can see we've actually at the moment broken out the top of this pennant, so this could be a fake out. We could then move right back into it. I mean, we could just have to adjust how we've drawn it. I mean, it's totally acceptable to do that if you have to. I mean, that's just where the new trend line sort of will be if you adjust it a bit. But yeah, so at the moment we're out of it, so we're broken to the upside. Obviously you'll need to get some volume and follow through on the price action to see if we are going to rally. But I still don't think this is going to be the case. And I do think we are going to come back into the pennant and break down, but that's more of my fundamental view. And also it's a view based on the positioning of the futures. So basically a lot of the market, like the actual institutional market is short of this, is long of this, sorry, is short the euro. So they are sorry, they're long the euros, they are long of this, so I think it will go down against their position. So they're currently long the euros, they're actually doing okay at the moment because it's going up. But I don't think that trade is going to play out. Anyway, so that's in the daily. So you can see, yeah, we broke above the green one, moved to the top of the pennant. We've actually broken out the pennant. So yeah, let's have a look at the 4 hour, see if we can see anything down here. 4 hour, we're coming up in a 9, and we've got a reversal candle here. This candlestick will close in a 55 minutes. So yeah, we've got a reverse looking candlestick. I mean, trying to put my biasness aside, I do think we're going to come back into the pennant and break out the bottom. But yeah, this is a reversal candle, so this could easily signal a move back into it. So we'll see what happens. Let's have a look at the dollar index, because obviously the dollar is the other part of this. And the dollar index itself, actually, I think about 40% of the basket of currencies, 42 is in the 40s percent of the basket of currencies that this index is calculated against is the euro. So this chart, for the most part, is just an inverted version of the last one we looked at. So as you can see, we've got this move down, but what we can see that we're on a 9 now on the 4 hour, so we could potentially see a move back up in the dollar, the actual dollar index, which would obviously conversely be a move. Sorry, I don't know why I clicked on that. Would be a move. Would actually be a move back down in the euro US dollar. So that is what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at. I'm expecting a retrace of this. I mean, I do look for good levels to sell, and this will be where I probably will enter a sell trade now on this. I don't trade currencies often, but when I do, I like to be as certain as I can. So yeah, this now finally is looking like a level to put a trade in. So this is the 4 hour chart. We'll actually put a little line in, trend line. I'll probably put it down here really, and we'll just get rid of the arrow. Is that how will that get rid of the arrow? We've got, yeah, it doesn't matter, we'll just keep the arrow on. We'll do another one. We'll do another trend line. Where is it? Where's the tool? Oh, here it is. We'll do another trend line. We won't have the arrow on this one. I'll put that one there. We'll grab this one, we'll move this down here, switch it down and move it out a bit, move this down here, and here is my heavily biased view of what I think is going to happen in this trade. This is on the 4 hour chart, but I mean it's just going to be the same on the daily. I'll just show you quickly on the daily, pretty much the same thing. I think I don't know if you guys would have heard of the chart pattern called a bump and run. Normally it's like a bump below and then a run up, but obviously the opposite can be true, so a bump above and then a run lower. So Yeah, don't try not to be biased by my opinions, guys. I trade technical analysis. This is partly based on my view. My view had been that the dollar index was looking like it was going to get a bit of weakness, that was going to drive this up, that then was going to take us to the top of the pennant, and then we'll potentially bounce from there. If you do watch my recent Forex videos on this, that is what I was saying was likely, because the bears weren't getting paid whilst we were hanging around this low, so eventually they were going to get squeezed out of their shorts that they've been building at this position. So yeah, so there you go. So now we've rallied back to the top, so I think that basically blows out a lot of those, covers a lot of those shorts, and now new shorts can re-enter and we can go down. That's what I think. Right, also we have this buy we were talking about in the British pound in cable from this well, I think we had a 12 hour and a daily 9. Yeah, we had the 12 hour 9 there, which reversed the price, and we had a daily one also that reversed the price. So this was going to be our safer buy entry around this level here on the daily time frame. So that is what we're looking at now. We can see that we are basically breaking through that now. So I'd activate the buy trade on this daily scale based on what I'm looking at here, and then yeah, I'd expect to move at least back up to the 200 period moving average. So yeah, so a lot of things are aligning and a lot of different things here. So yeah, it's good to see. Let's have a look at the euro pound. Yeah, euro pound. What are we on a daily here? Yeah, euro pound daily. So a couple of days we'll end up with a we're going to end up with a 9 here. You can see we reacted quite well, nearly off that one. That did put a bit of a stopped us in our tracks, and that sort of stopped a lot of the downtrend. So it is respecting these quite well. So maybe we're going to get this couple of daily 9 and we're going to get moved down in this, which that would coincidentally be our euro dollar, maybe our euro dollar moving down a bit. So this one moving down like we expect it to move back into the pennant, whilst the pound cable moves up, which is what we're expecting with our cable trade. So as in, obviously that'll be the pound strengthening, so the pound going up. And then yeah, also, I mean, obviously then the pounds are going to strengthen more than the dollar, the dollar strengthens, and obviously I'm expecting strengthening in the dollar also. Yeah, I mean, these currencies are relative trades, and they all interplay with each other because they basically are the same thing paired against each other. So yeah, that's how currencies work. I mean, you don't need me to tell you that. But yeah, the dollar index here on the 4 hour, we've got the 9. Stochastics turning back up. MACD looking toppy here. Toppy, bottomy, toppy, whatever, you know what I mean. Like, is that extreme? Like it could start to come back. So yeah, let's have a look at. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are going to be looking pretty good. Our sell trades that we had in these 3 little pairs, because clearly. Again, it's the dollar, so if the dollar is going down, then these are going to be going down. So there was some really nice short entries into these that we were looking at. All of these short entries have paid off really well. This is the 4 hour, let's go to the daily. All these short entries based on this TD entering at the right time, basically have all just paid off really well. So we've got, this is the Turkish lira, this is the Mexican, well, the Mexican peso's holding up. Well, I say holding up, this is weakness. It's basically the dollar's holding up against the peso. But yeah, could we break out this? This is a clear as you would ever see descending triangle. So we all know how they play out. In fact, we'll draw this on. We'll just guys, we'll just have a little practice with the drawing tools that you guys know that I love so much. Yeah, and then we will draw one with the arrow on. Arrow, here we go. And then we will then move this. Oh no, God, don't do that. I just want to move this. Yes, there we go. That's what we're looking at. That is what we're looking at in this formation. So we'll see how that plays out. I'll move this back a bit because obviously clearly it's not quite a triangle there. But yeah, now you can see the triangles. So that's what we're kind of looking at here. But that does go contrary to my dollar bullish theory, because obviously the dollar going up will basically be this going up. But the chart patterns are chart patterns, and theories are theories, and fundamentals are fundamentals, and they're not to be traded. Only the technicals are to be traded. And these are what the technicals are looking at the moment. So that's that's all we can trade. So there you go. Obviously, it's only statistical as well. It's like, I think it's like a 60 to 65% statistical probability these break down. So that does leave a large chunk of 30 to 35 to 40% percentage chance of a breakdown, which is by no means insignificant as a breakup. Which is by no means insignificant. So yeah, that's just something to think about. We'll look at one more before I let you guys crack on with your day. US dollar, Canadian dollar. Oh, I just picked a rubbish one, didn't I? Yeah, US dollar, Canadian dollar, both of them sort of hanging in there. Basically, the chart is just flagging out. I mean, it looks like a bull flag to me. Big bull flag. Potentially breaking up, but yeah, I mean, just we're in the channel at the moment, so potential move up again, which would be strengthening of the dollar. Along with my strengthening of the dollar thesis. But yeah, so there we go. Right, so that's our Forex update for today, guys. Remember, it's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I will speak to you guys later.